have been a few things since my last episode, one of which is that I sold 2 motorbikes and I've got something new coming up later. Right now I'm test driving a Peugeot 306 GTi-6. You could probably see my car behind, driven by one of my friends who owns this car. And let me just do a quick review of what I think. So the Peugeot 306, I'm not sure if this one has power steering, but the steering is a lot heavier than in the Skyline. The seat's a lot more solid than Skyline, the brakes aren't as good, but it is a small car. It is a lot of fun when you rev it out. It's got a power band which is a lot like VTEC, so once you hit, I think it's 4,000 revs, suddenly the car kicks itself into life and you just get like an extra ounce of power. So the gearbox, this one's a 6-speed. All Skylines have been 5-speed manuals up until the R34 GTR when it finally got the GTi 6-speed gearbox. Now this car, it's got really long gears for first and second compared to Skylines which are short, and they actually go in pretty well. Yeah, so that's a bit of bad rev matching on my part. Alright, that's annoying. The indicator stalk is on the European side, which is the left side. So the Peugeot 306 GTi-6 is also known as the Peugeot 306 S16. It was used by Francois Delacour himself in the 1998 to 2000 World Rally Championship, the WRCs, and he performed pretty well. So this is a hatchback. It's pretty practical, got 5 seats, and it's really small. I haven't checked the dimensions, but it's a lot smaller than the R34. It's a little bit taller, and you can see behind that the R34 is pretty big and wide. However, the bonnet on this, although being a bit shorter, it feels like it's about as long as the R34's bonnet. Now, in this car, it's a 2-litre, 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated. The rally versions, pretty same engine, 4 internals. They have been reported to get up to over, I think it was 250 horsepower. Naturally aspirated. Out of the factory, this car would have 164 horsepower, same as my old Honda B16A, the CRX console. Beauty zone here. Now the thing about these French cars is that even though you're going fast, it just doesn't feel like it at all. So right now I'm doing 80 k's an hour according to Speedometer, and it only feels like I'm doing 50 k's an hour. And the Skyline, on the other hand, would feel like I'm doing maybe 100 compared to this car when I'm doing 80 in there. This is actually my second time driving The Peugeot 306 GTi-6 is one of those really rare, great all-round vehicles. It's a hatchback, so it has the practicality of the big rear luggage compartment, and it's also a sports car with some genuine sports pedigree behind it. It has awesome feedback through the pedals, the chassis, and the steering wheel. The steering wheel is also heavy, which is really great for high-speed stability. However, what I found to let it down were the brakes, which just weren't up to par for this vehicle. For the price point of $6,000 or £3,000, you really can't go past one of these cars.